I'm better than you at TDS. It's a simple fact, yet most of you seem to disagree. But now, with the PvP test happening, I can prove I am superior once and for all. To prove my superiority, I will be challenging 5 of my subscribers, and as long as I beat 3 of them, I am overall better than my community. With that, let's meet the first challenger. For the early game in this first round, I used the new tower, Brawler, while Newbest used Golden Cowboys. I got my Golden Cowboys placed down later on and went to Newbest to find he needed to prepare for Hiddens. I used this to my advantage upon Wave 7, spamming Hiddens to troll him. He was able to upgrade one of his Cowboys and eventually was able to hold off the attack. On Wave 10, I decided to attack him once again, this time with Breakers. They also spawned on my side due to a glitch. But I was still able to pull off a win, which Newbest stated was due to bad Axel targeting. I was feeling pretty confident so far. Let's hope the next opponent is similar in difficulty. To start, I used Brawler again, while Onion used a normal Cowboy. Unfortunately, early spawns made it clear that Brawler's single target wasn't enough. I got a Golden Cowboy placed, which did help a good amount. Just to seal the deal, I did get a Pyro down. As usual, I decided to attempt to spam Onion with Hiddens on Wave 7. He attempted to do the same to me, but it was ineffective. He, however, was tanking serious damage, resulting in another win. I'd already gotten 2 wins so far, so as long as I beat one more opponent, I was on track to succeed in my challenge. I used Brawler again while Bloxic used Golden Soldier. Once more, I struggled with Brawler's single target. I was leaking a ton of enemies, and there was even a threat to lose. Luckily, I got a Pyro placed just in time. It absolutely shredded the enemies. It was truly the GOAT in PvP. Surprisingly, Bloxic's soldiers were doing fine. I spammed Hiddens as usual upon Wave 7. Unfortunately, they didn't get far. He also attempted to spam me, but my Pyro carried hard. Eventually, I just began spamming everything, which was quite inefficient. I didn't know at the time that what Bloxic was doing was quite good for getting eco. Eventually, we both realized that Wave 7 was infinite until we stopped spawning, so we stopped. Bloxic began to spam Breakers at Wave 10, which I struggled somewhat with. Then he began to spawn Armoreds, despite them being inefficient for eco as far as I knew. He even spammed Bolts to rush me, which was also ineffective. However, this did make me forget about the slow boss, which was what actually ended up killing me. Despite this loss, there were still 2 more games, and victory was still imminent. For this round, I decided to mimic Bloxic's strategy and use Golden Soldier, while Nubicus was using Golden Scout, an interesting choice. He ended up spamming earlier on, which resulted in quite a few leaks. I decided to spam back with tanky slows to overpower his Golden Scouts, but he swiftly added 2 Brawlers to his defense, which made it clear I needed to improve my defenses. Despite this, I decided to once again rush him, this time with Hiddens. However, this time they actually made it to his base. I somehow was able to pull off another win, meaning I had overall beaten a majority of my opponents. But in reality, those 5 viewers were just preparation for the true final boss, which you'll see later. I started out with Brawler again, while J-Phone used nothing. Whatever he had planned, he seemed quite confident. He later placed down Golden Pyro, the greatest tower for PvP. Despite how it may look now, I actually win this game, and here's how. Remember that breaker glitch from earlier? Well, here's how it works. When a breaker is killed on one side and spawns the blue breaker will spawn at the same point on the other side. I used this to my advantage by killing breakers right in front of the exit, giving J-Phone little to no time to defend against it. This was quite unfair, so I decided to give him another chance. This time we made it all the way to Gravedigger, as it became a matter of who would succumb to the other's spawns first. Or at least, I thought it had been. Turns out, I lost because of base health of all things, which totally didn't have a toll on my mental sanity. This left me with a decent score, beating 60% of my opponents. This meant I was prepared to face the true enemy of this video.
Minty hasn't responded to my DM.
He's scared.
I guess he's just too scared.
You win by default.
Unless Minty challenges me by tomorrow, I win.
I trusted Brawler to guide me through the early game once more, as I spammed to get the best of the Doge. Emperor Doge also spawned, and Brawler struggled a bit with them, while Emperor Doge's Gladiator had no problems with my spawns. I did once more get a Pyro to absolutely shred the hordes. Emperor was mostly prioritizing defense, while I was staying minimal, focusing on eco. Upon wave 10, I decided to send breakers, not expecting much. However, they made it to his base, resulting in the final win, which felt anticlimactic. He requested a rematch, where I promptly beat him again, this time only on wave 7. This overall meant that yes, I am better than a majority of TDS players in TDS PvP. Of course, PvP was incredibly buggy, so upon its next return the whole system might change. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe.